Yeah, some of the practical ways in which I am able to manage my range, I think, first of all, is driving at a pace in my car. Like obviously, driving at the speed limit, then naturally it's going to put less pressure on the battery. If you start, obviously accelerating or doing over a certain amount of miles on the motorway, then naturally that's going to hurt the battery range of your vehicle. So I just make sure that I'm always keeping to the speed limits, or even on the motorway, I'll probably drop a little further down, so maybe to 60, 65, which obviously helps in terms of the range. But then there's a few obvious practical things. So you have most electric vehicles have residual braking, which basically means I don't have to use my feet to actually make the car stop, and the motors make the car stop. So, and then it pours more energy and power back into the battery. So that's kind of a sensible way to conserve mileage. But also there's other things, like obviously you have the aircon. So in the hot weather, obviously you need to create an environment which is still customer friendly. So you don't want a situation where your car is not comfortable for your customers. But at the same time, there's ways in which you can have it on lower or more consistently, or just have it on hits, because obviously that does affect your range. And obviously the same thing with heating as well. So just be sensible. You can preheat your car, which helps with the battery life in terms of like doing it before you get into the vehicle. And there's options that a lot of cars have as well in terms of that kind of pre-registering your car in terms of the heating. So there's some of the things that I'm kind of mindful about in terms of my range. So driving style is very important. How and when you use some of the things that might drain on your battery in terms of heating and aircon is also quite important as well. But at the same time, if you're planning your drops and planning when you're going to charge your car, then you don't have to be so kind of rigid in terms of your aircon and heating use. And it's the same with a combustion vehicle. If you put the aircon on, or if you put the heating on, it's going to have an effect on the fuel and the consumption. So it's the same thing. It's just something you just need to be a little bit more mindful about.